Hello guys and girls. The purpose of this video is just to give you a little bit of intuition as to how to work out the surface area of a cylinder. And to help me, I have a cylinder. Yay! It's a cylinder, sorry, perspective. It's a cylinder because it's got a circle on the top, a circle on the bottom, and I don't know, what do you call it, a flat bit that connects the two. So, essentially, surface area is working out how much area this orange thing takes up. And this is the net of my cylinder. So I'll see if I can find a place that puts it all in. I don't want to cover up the formula. But there, that's the, should have planned this better. Oh, that's the surface area of a cylinder. If you fold it up, put its lid back on the top and bottom, you have a cylinder. But we're looking at the area of the cylinder. I always like to think of it as the aluminium in the Coke can. Anyway, I'll make it a cylinder again. When you're presented with surface area of a cylinder questions, you'll generally get the cylinder as the cylinder. And you'll get two pieces of information. Okay, you'll get the radius. Okay, and what I'm doing is measuring from the edge to the center to get my radius. So this cylinder has a radius of 5 centimeters, and it's got a height of, you see that? Yep, 10 centimeters. Okay, and that's my cylinder. Okay, so it's got a radius of 5. Sorry, I smudged my 5. That's really bad. And that's the line from the middle out. All these radiuses are the same because it's a circle, and that's what makes it a circle. But it's got a radius of 5 and a height of 10. Okay, so all I do is I plug that information into my formula and rewrite it, but instead of the R, I write 5, and instead of the H, so I do the H in a different color, just so you can see it pull through, I write 10. Okay, so let's get started. SA, the surface area, equals 2 times pi, there's little times in there even though we don't write it, times 5 squared plus 2 times pi times 5 again for the radius times the height of 10. Okay, and that's my formula, and I've substituted in the information from the sphere. Okay, so now I do the calculation. Okay, 2 times pi times 5 squared. I'm going to do this part first. My calculator works. 2 times 5 times 5 times 3.14 equals 157. I used 3.14 instead of pi because I'm using a small calculator, and that's 157. Also, I did that in blue. 157, and then the other part, which should be 2. Calculator on. 2 times 5 times 10. No. Sorry, get it right. 2, 5 times 10 times 3.14. That looks a bit big. Should be in the hundreds. 2 times, that's 100 times pi, it should be 314. But let's just see if I can get it right on the calculator. Sorry, the small buttons are putting me off. Big fingers. 2 times 5 times 10 times 314. That looks better. Okay, now the reason I did not just go straight across, but I did it in this part and this part, is because of the plus here. That stuffs up the bod mass. All of this is good because they're all times I can do them in any order. All of this is good because they're all times I can do them in any order. But I've got to respect the fact that I'm adding this group of stuff to this group of stuff. So I worked out this group of stuff, 357, this group of stuff, 314, and now I'm going to add them together, which is, might just do that without a calculator, 157, 4 and 7, 1, carry the 1, 2, 4. Looks a bit light. 7, sorry, centimeters, because my measurements, because my measurements were in centimeters, and then squared because we're working out the area. Okay, and then you're done. The key thing is just that intuition for the formula. This part of the formula is the top of the sphere, sorry, the cylinder, and the bottom of the cylinder. That's this part of the formula. This part of the formula, the 2 times pi times r times the height, well, 2 pi r is the length of the circumference that goes around the circle, and the height comes from the fact that the height's there. You times them together and you get the area of this rectangular thing. Okay, but hopefully that was helpful, and we're done. Bye guys and girls.